Guys, if you watched the last video then you'll know I got the door back from the boy. I've just put a layer of filler on it. It's looking better already, isn't it? Just let that go off and then I'll give it a bit of a rub down and we'll put some more on. But I'd like just to say at this point, I'm not fully restoring this van. I've probably said it 1,000 times. I'm just tidying it up, so I'm well happy with this, just how it is now. But see how good a job we can get this to turn out in the end. It's getting exciting now. Get this door back on, I'll be well happy. I think I'll be so happy I'll be taking the van for a nice little ride, but that's going to be a while yet. Right, I'll let this dry and then we'll rub it down. Well, it's not very warm today, so it's taking a little bit of time to go off. It's probably about 4 or 5 degrees, so it's not the best weather for doing it, but I need to get on. Right, while we're waiting for this filler to go off. Oh, hello cat. It's not my cat, it's just one might hang around. One day he's going to get himself shut in his garage for a couple of days. Right, like I said, it's not very warm today, so this filler's taken a pretty long time to go off, but I ain't in no hurry. Probably ain't going to touch it anymore at the minute. One thing he did say, he said in places this is like in, up and in, so whether that's had a ding, because here even now there's plenty of filler, so I don't know what's going on there, but I think that's going to be lovely. So while I'm waiting for this filler to go off, I thought I'd have a look at this drip bar what goes over the top of where the door slide. I thought it was split here, but it's not. It was just the paint cracked where there was filler underneath. So tidy it up again with a bit of filler and touch it up. I'll just get a piece of sandpaper, I think, something nice and fine, and give it a coat over, and I'll give it a paint. The only paint I've got is going to be brilliant white. This don't look like it was brilliant white. That's probably going to stick out like a sore thumb when it goes back on, but at least that'll be looking better than split with rust. Let's clean that up, get some spray on it. Right, so coat of primer on there. I'm going to leave that to dry now. Morning guys, here we are again. Today I'm going to try and sort this door out. As you can see, the filler I put on the other day left it, well, a couple of days now I should think, was a rough fill for where that was lap welded. I'll give it a bit of a rub down. It's going to be filled and rubbed down probably a couple of times, but I will say this is usually a thing I fall down on. I get really bored with preparation, what takes a long while, but I'll give it my best shot and see how we can get this to come out. But it's definitely better than the way it was, as we all know. So just in the process of going over it with some rough paper. I don't know what this is, probably about 60 to 80 grit, whatever, what I had laying around. So I'm going to give that a rub down and a clean up, and I'll back some more filler in, and then I'll flip it over, and I want to put some seam sealer around the inside where it's been lapped over and tacked. So I'll continue with a bit more of this rubbing down, and then I'll put some more filler in. Right, so obviously I've given this a bit of a rub down. It's just all the loose sanding on here. I don't want to go too far because, like I said, I'm going to fill it again. I just want to take off the highest parts of it, what I know are not going to look good. I'm using this filler, and as it says on the tin, easy sand, and I've found it really is. I've had some quite good results with this, well, good enough for what I want, because like I said before, it's not a full restoration, it's just to tidy up. So just plug my hoover in. I'm going to hoover away this dust, I'll mix up a bit more filler and go over it again. Right, so I'll put a bit more filler in, smoothed it down best I can to my abilities. I'll look a bit rough there, doesn't it? But never mind, I'm sure that'll be okay once it's sanded. Like I say, I don't know how far I'm going to go with this. It's got decent metal in it. Just got to keep the rust at bay now. I think it's going to look alright. I have noticed there's a few marks up the panel, obviously with a grinder and weld spatter and stuff, which I need to get out. But I might as well do the whole part of this door, this yellow, when I do it, and hopefully that will come out alright. But we're yet to see that. Just put a bit of filler as well in this rain guard. I did stick some primer on it. That was a bit low here and a little bit there, so put a bit of filler in. We'll give that a sand and put some more primer on that and see how it comes out. It depends on how long this takes to go off, because like I say, it's still a bit chilly today, but we will see. It's been running my hand over here and I get now what Scott was saying. That's pretty wavy. It's like this, the whole door. So whether that's had a repair panel further up before, somewhere here, I don't know. This is just where it had some masking tape on, and it's just, the paint seems so thin on this. Yeah, a few scratches. Like I say, I'm probably going to try and paint this whole panel, see how it comes out. But waiting for this filler to go off now. It seems to be taking ages. Like I said before, that's where I fall down on jobs like this. I'm very impatient. I think I'm going to try and flip it over and get some seal around the inside of that seam. Right, so I'll flip the door over, just have a quick look. You see where he dog-legged that underneath. It's right up to here, the inner plate, which is good. So I'm just going to put some seam sealer along there. Along here as well. And where it's been folded over and he's tacked it. It's fairly thick steel, but that's the thinnest he had. I'm going to put some seam sealer along there as well. I think these holes here would originally been drain holes from the bottom of the door. Not sure. So yeah, I'm going to put some sealer along there, just keep the water out of there, and along here. Oh well, put some seam sealer in there, look. I'm happy with that. Never used it before. It's called Tiger Seal. Got it from Halford, so it's a bit pricey, but that'll do the job. Keep the water out. Right, next job is to turn this door back over and see if that filler's gone off. Right, been sanding a bit now for a while. Still got a few places, little indentations, like here. I need to sort out, so I'm going to put a little bit more filler in there, and then I'm going to leave that to go off. Got other things to do, because I've got to pop out, and I'll probably carry on with this tomorrow. We will see. Well, here we go again. I'll give it another rub down. I've filled it several times. You can see all the different colours in the filler. Oh, it's quite windy out there today. Sun's getting up out, so it might be nice. Yeah, I don't know how much more I can do with this. Probably to the trained eye, it needs loads more work. But to me, I think that's enough for now. Put a bit of paint on it and see what it looks like. Put a bit of primer on. Or should I say, I've had enough now. So I'll put a bit of primer on. I could still feel little blemishes, but I think if I put a bit of primer on, give it a rub down, I'll see what it look like, and then maybe just touch up any places. It's a little bit wavy, but it is everywhere, so I'm not going to get rid of that. But I think if I have a tidy up, like I say, put a bit of primer on, let it dry, and go from there. Like I did on this, I had to refill this lot in places, but most of it you probably won't even see. It's only the rain guard, but it's eventually going to be white, probably brighter than the white was on the van. Hey ho, at least that'll be better than the rust bits on it. Right, I'll give this a clean up, get some paint on it. Right, so we've got some primer on there now. See a couple of little low pinholes and stuff, but overall I think that's looking okay. Couple of places there is high that couldn't really notice that so much before I put the paint on, so yeah, we'll let that dry and give it a bit of a rub down where it's high and put some little bits of filler in where it's low, and that should do it. I mean, like I said before, just tidying it up, and I think that's going to tidy it up lovely. Then I need to get some yellow on, and I'm just hoping the paint I've had mixed up is going to be fairly similar. I have to rub this in so it kind of blends, because I'll paint probably the whole door, but we'll see how good a match it is. They're never usually brilliant, are they? Because obviously these fade over time. You just don't know, do you? But it's definitely going to look better than what it did, that's for sure. Right, we're going to let that dry. Yeah, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'll put a bit more filler in the front here, bring that out. But it's quite windy again today, even though the sun is getting out. It's only early now, what is it? Well, it's 10 past 10. The sun is going to get out, it might warm up. I still wanted to take this door off, but with this wind I just daren't, not until I get the other one on, so I'm kind of a little bit held up taking doors off until I get the others on. So I need to finish the welding up on the inside of here, and then I can tidy this up, get some paint on that as well, and then I'll just go slowly round, touching up, make them good. I don't think I'm going to start any of the bigger welding jobs I know I'm going to need to do underneath as yet, but you never know, I might do. I also want to clean up under here, give it a wire brush. I've got some of this rust converter, I'll stick that on and just see what that's like, and then maybe I'll stick on some black paint, but that's all in the future. I don't think I'll get round to that very soon, but we will see. Morning guys, here we go again. Just took the cover off Bertie Bus. Just have a quick look at this filler. I put a bit more in here yesterday. I need to smooth that round so I can get a bit of paint on, but first of all I need to finish the welding on the inside of this door. So as the weather's okay, it's a little bit breezy still, but it seems like it is every day now, but it's meant to be dry all day. I'm going to get that door off. I'm just waiting for Debbie to come back so she can help me with that. I've noticed a lot more little marks and scratches. I don't know whether that's happening with this cover, like here. I'm sure that weren't there. I know that was because I noticed that before I did this. They may well have been there and I just didn't notice them, but I'm just going to probably dab a little bit of paint on them for now, because I need to get this thing sorted out so we can start using it. As you know, I've been working on the door. I'll just do it now and again. If I can concentrate on getting this step finished and getting that door back on, then happy days, eh? So I've just been looking at this door. You can see a few places where it's got a few pinholes, bit up and down, but like I say, I'm well happy with the way that's looking at the minute. So I'm going to just fill these little holes. A couple of places here need rubbing, and here, and then I'll put some more paint on it, see how it looks, and I'll go from there, see about getting some of this yellow paint on. Put a load more filler in. Everywhere I look I find a little pinhole. Kind of had enough of it now, definitely, so I think this is going to be my final one of this. and I'm gonna flatten this down, and like I say, we'll put some paint on it and see how it comes up. Not even sure I'm going to put this paint on yet. I'm just seeing some more pinholes here. Maybe the paint will fill them. We will see. Go a bit further forward. Debbie just give me a hand to take the door off. I've just been looking at that. Do some repairs here. But I don't know how much I'm going to do because there's so much to do, but I want to use it. So just got to crack on with the important stuff. I'll give this a coat of primer. So what I'm actually doing now, as you can hear, it's windy at times. There's my step. It's got to finish off, get it welded into here really. Yeah, just sort this out basically. Bit of filler in it, tidy it up and get some paint on it. That step is finished now, just topping it up with filler, just tidying it up before I put the door back on. Let's see if I can get a bit of paint. If you look at that behind that front wheel, you can see that jacking point. Got to get round to that at some point. I just caught a little bit of the back, it wasn't too bad. Just put a little plate in and put some filler on. Definitely have a look at that again later. But like I say, I just wanted to tidy it. Everywhere you look, there's more in there. There you go. We're getting there. Well, we've got the door back on, which is all good. Put a bit of undercoat on it. I'll give it another coat of undercoat and then top it up with some of the yellow paint, which I'm hoping is quite similar. But like I say, I've been calling around this van. There's quite a few places. I'm just going to have to do things as we go. Just finish filling this area here and sanding it, and then I think if I get that door painted up, get that back on, we'll be ready to rock and roll, have some fun in it, and like I say, just do bits and pieces as we're going. Cool. See, I'll give the door a coat of primer. I might have to give it another one. There's a few little places, but like I say, compare it with the rest of the van, I ain't going to worry too much. We just need to get this door back on so we can start having some fun. We're getting there now. Rightio, so we've got the cover back on again. The primer is nice and dry. A couple of places I need to rub it a bit more. Got to put a coat of paint. I did it with a brush in the end. I have got some spray equipment somewhere in here, but that's just a bit awkward, and I think at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy and the wife's happy, that's all that really matters. So I'll get some paint on this later today, and you can have a look at that in the next video. So that leaves me to say thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.